Hey, thanks for signing up. We're really glad to be here with you. My name is Brian Campbell, and I'm here with Adam Bart. If you don't already know us, our plan is that we're going to get to know you very well very soon. So, Adam's going to share a little bit about the ecosystem of how we can build this massive business that drives more strangers to becoming your ideal clients. So, Adam, can you share with us about this ecosystem?
Hello, guys. So our dream ecosystem is our huge indoctrination persuasion zone, which is gonna start from lead generation. Yeah, because this is where everything starts. Actually, no, it's not true. You are actually starting from defining your ideal customer, and to define your ideal customers, Brian and I, we are teaching how to do it using 35 questions. Yes, guys, 35 questions is the right amount questions to define ideal customer. Why? Because then it will allow us to do everything what we are doing in this whole ecosystem directly to them. So it's going to be laser focused content, laser focused information, messaging, persuasion. It's going to get exactly where it should be going. So this is super important. So when we got our ideal customer, our dream customer defined, then we start to generate our leads. So our foundation, this is obviously organic ways. So we can use lots of different social media. So it's Instagram, it's TikTok, you've got LinkedIn, you've got YouTube, and obviously Facebook. So we're gonna be focusing on Facebook. Is we're gonna tell about in a few seconds, but now the second way of generating leads is, of course, Brian.
Paid ads. So once you've dialed in your strategy, you know who your avatar is, and you've mastered organic, like you've tested what works, you move into paid ads. Now you don't have to wait till you're having like huge traffic in organic. You can actually use paid ads for research purposes to test ideas out to learn faster, and obviously to scale up your business so that you can get more targeted prospects. With paid ads, you have a lot more options for targeting. You can get people faster. So you want to have the mindset. A lot of people will tell you because they're selling an organic strategy that you should only do organic, or it's a paid ads expert, so you should only do paid ads. You should do both as long as it's profitable. And whether you're using organic or paid, both of these processes are going to allow you to initiate a relationship and drive people to an indoctrination zone, which is where you're going to share your philosophy. And Adam's going to explain how the indoctrination zone works.
So, guys, indoctrination zone is that place where we actually got this big influence on our people. So the main purpose of it is obviously list building. This is the purpose of everything because, as you know, money is in the list and money is in the follow-up. So we do our list building here, we do our follow-up, and we do our persuasion. So we indoctrinate people about our our product, our solution for their problems. So them being in our indoctrination zone, we need to make sure that they understand, that they are sure, that they are 100% sure that we've got solution for the problem they're looking for. So they stuck somewhere. So we got this vehicle for them that's gonna take them from this hell to heaven, from point A to point B, from point where they are right now and they don't want to be, to point B, the place they want to be. This is their desired destination. So it's very important that we need to persuade them that we've got this solution. And I will tell you as a sake of statistics that 80% of sales needs 5 touches, so 5 follow-ups, 5 touches with your ecosystem to convince them to actually make this buying decision. But unfortunately, over 60% of people are quitting after first follow-up. That's why so many processes of sales fails before even get to the point that sales questions has been asked. So that's why it's super important to do it. And guys, the beating heart of our ecosystem is content, and we design special mechanisms like a almost perpetuum mobile, how to write and produce content. So we're gonna be focusing at the minute on Facebook. So Facebook profile, Facebook pages, and Facebook groups. But of course, it all can be done in other social media, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. So Brian, if you can explain how our content machine works.
So Adam and I were doing things the hard way. We were like writing posts every day. We were creating like unique content every day for multiple channels. And we'll just tell you that that is not a fun process. It's super time consuming. I mean, it can be fun, but it's not the best use of your time. So we developed a content strategy where you can put your message out there and pre-record and pre-create content and be able to repurpose it so that you have content created for months in advance. So you never miss an opportunity of posting every day on your Facebook profile, on your Facebook group, on your page, uploading a video to YouTube. We realize these are valuable things to do, but it becomes overwhelming if you try to do it every day. Like you wake up in the morning and you say, okay, I need an idea for a post today. I need an idea to create a video. Well, if you're smart about it and you follow our framework, we've cracked the formula where you can actually take like one piece of content and get 50 pieces of content out it in a way that's not spammy, that people won't even realize that's what you're doing. So we've come up with the solution, realizing for your autoresponder sequence, for all the stuff you need to create, you need a lot of content, but it can't be garbage content. It must be content that converts so that when someone watches one of these videos, it's your ideal client who's going to go to the next step, join your list, join your group, and ultimately click on that order button or that book a call button, which is going to become a sale for you. So that's why you're on this list right now, learning this 365-day content conversion formula. And then Adam's going to scroll down in a minute so we can just show you the simple process. Now, we've mentioned some of these other social channels. We're going to work up to that. So we're going to start simple. Adam's going to explain how we're going to use conversations now. And we're not going to have to post content on all these channels. We're going to give you a basic system that you can set up in 4 weeks that's going to dramatically increase the number of sales you're getting. So Adam, what do we need to do with conversations?
Absolutely. So we've got this content. We're going to be covering this content, this full strategy, but not strategy. This actually done for you, done with you system. How very easy in actually few minutes every day you can prepare your content and just stream it across. And so this is going to be cover our heart, and then conversation is again something which is super important, because this is where magic is happening right after content being consumed. So we obviously got a few different ways. So it's messenger, and messenger conversation can be bot system. So can be some chatbots which can be added to our system, can be CRM, which gonna help us to control this conversation, program them, use send some outreach messages, some follow-ups, etc. We've got this system. We can offer this to use. It's super powerful and super useful. And obviously our messages, that is handmade messages, very bespoke, very direct. And then all the Zoom conversation, all if we are gathering phone numbers, so all telephone, SMS, text messages, or phone voice conversation, plus all the other communicators. So very important in this conversation, of course, is use special way of communicating with you. And we're teaching this as well. We've got our own method based on few different factors, which we're gonna tell in the trainings, which we're gonna tell in some of our videos. There is super powerful of way to communicate and connect with people, because all idea of our ecosystem is first to connect with people, second to persuade them, to get this message out that we got the solution for their problems, and then drive them towards the business, which means in this case to offer them our solution and make them to buy it. So And now on the next slide, there is actually we're gonna tell you what else needs to be added to the system, because obviously everything that's been created as a content or conversation, we can add, of course, other forms like webinars, challenges. When we got the email list, email marketing, we're gonna apply to the system, and then PR publications. So we obviously can publish in various different medias across the world. Very influential one, giving us great anchor. So this is super powerful. And of course, we need funnels. So funnels can be everything. Book your call in the calendar is a funnel. To drive anything from your post anywhere is a funnel. From conversation, from what there is a funnel, because link leading somewhere to some opt-in page to get even free training or to get free ebook or to get anything, it's a funnel. So funnel needs to be designed, incorporate with all this system. So in a very, very, very short way, this how our ecosystem works. Yeah. So it starts here with lead generation, can be organic and can be paid. So as Brian said, lots of people teaching only organic because that's what they do. Lots of people teaching only paid because that's what they do. But we guys telling you, you need both. Of course, we recommend at the beginning to build this foundation with organic, and then as you go, as you become fluent, as you become on this level of confidence, then you just plug paid slowly, slowly. Obviously, always split testing what's going on, measuring, because we are all about measuring. We are all about metrics. We are measuring every single step of what we are doing. It's super important. We obviously help to set up all these measures as well, because you need to know where are you going, and you can go the snake moves. You need to go straight line to your dream goals, to your success, to your destination. So this is how all this ecosystem works. Lead generation, as I said, indoctrination zone. When we are building the leads, we're doing follow up, we're persuading our customers that we've got solution for their problems, and obviously it's content as a base, then powerful conversation using special methods to connect with people, webinars, challenges, email marketing, PR publication, and every single step is connected with some kind of funnel, smaller, bigger, it depends. And this everything leads moving our prospects to the last zone, which is turning them into paying clients. So we use special sales closing process, special scripts that will actually help you to close. But because we are big fans of creating very powerful, influential indoctrination zone, so all the heavy lifting, it's done by your marketing, but in this all ecosystem. So closing, as you said, as you can see, it's sales is actually closing process. It's a closing, so it's not selling, it's closing, because they already raised their hands, both hands. We want it. So when they jump on when they end up on this sales call, there are actually this more like closing, more like onboarding call. It's not sales, because when your system is built that sales is making all the heavy lifting, it's wrong, because it means that people are not raising their hands. It means that people don't know why they are on this sales call. When you got somebody on the sales call, this person needs to know that they want to onboard, they want to enroll, they want to buy it, because they are 100% sure that you've got solution for their problem. And that's it, guys. Brian, would you like to add something?
So the heart of this approach, as Adam was saying, is the indoctrination zone. Let the content do the heavy lifting. Let the content do the persuasion. Let the content build your list, do your follow-up, and convince someone that you know how to solve their problem. So we're going to start off by sharing with you our 365-day content conversion formula so that you can make enough content to start building these systems. And then we're going to walk you through the process of how within 4 weeks from today, you can actually implement a system on Facebook using email marketing and using Messenger to radically increase the amount of people that you're converting from prospects to customers. So if you want to add 5 or 10 more customers per month using Facebook, using resources you already have access to, and convert a higher percentage of them, you're going to be able to install that within 4 weeks following this training. So let's get started with how to create endless content so that you can build out these systems without going crazy, without pulling your hair out. If you had an easy button, would you push it? I sure would. Well, here's an easy button that just might be the biggest time saver in the entire social media and internet marketing industry. Introducing content blocks. Now, I'm going to share this entire strategy with you in this micro series. So stick with me and you'll learn everything you need to create all of your social media content, your entire autoresponder sequence, a complete sales funnel, and just a plain monstrous system that converts months worth of content with only a few afternoons worth of effort from simple blocks of easy to create micro content. And you'll be able to create in advance several months worth of posts and videos for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, you name it. There's only 3 types of content you need for marketing online. If you've ever had a level of discipline to post every day for 7 or 10 days in a row on social media, you have what it takes to create several weeks or several months worth of content in one short batch. So here's how. There's 3 basic forms of content for marketing online, and it's this simple. You can create text, you can create an image, and you can create video content. Now, as a sidebar, you could probably be picky and say, what about audio, Brian, as a 4th type? And you'd be technically right. However, it's not as useful as these 3 for the strategies that we're teaching here. And if you want, you can pull the audio from this strategy as well. So I'll share more about that later. So for all the content that you need to create online to market your product or service, you're going to be using text, images, and video put somewhere on a web page, either on your website or someone else's. Now, there's a common sense reality that kicks in. If you had all of the text, images, and videos that you needed, all pointing to your offer and getting them to buy 24/7 on autopilot, reminding them, drawing people in, everything pointing to that offer, that would be a real business. So stay with me, and I'm going to show you how to create it all in a lot less time than you ever thought possible, and I'll prove it to you. It's great that most people will never read your content. The fact that most people don't read your content allows you to do something that feels like cheating, and you can impress the hell out of people with it. How's that for an evil laugh? Okay, so here's the solution. Step 1, repurpose your content. Step 2, repurpose your content, and so on and so on. And step XX, repurpose your content. Now, here's some other facts to consider. Less than 10% of people will read your content. Most people don't remember what they read or hear. Most people don't act on what they read and hear. And that's because most people need multiple repetitions to get the information into their brain and not only remember it, to make them want to act on it. This is why it's common in advertising that you have to give people, your message 7 or 15 times for them to act on it. And new people are always coming in. They've never seen it, so they need the message for the first time. Now, when you consider all of this, it means that you can repurpose the same content over and over again, and most people won't even realize it. And if you keep using the same content over and over again, you'll get amplified benefits without having to do any extra work. So now you have a tip that you can take to use to grow your business. And the next step is to come into our Follow Up and Convert Facebook group where you can battle test it. Put this into practice. share the ideas with the community here. As you can see, Adam scrolling down, you can see that there's lots of engagement. It's a very active community where you can bounce ideas off of people's heads. And, we're just in here actually doing this stuff, actually applying it in a big way. And Adam, if you just actually scroll down a little bit more, there's something I wanted to show them. So you see this guy celebrating. So this was just something that we just spotted where one of our free trainings, this guy applied it and he was able to book 2 sales calls. So we're just kind of celebrating that success here. Anne Marie was showing that. So we would love to be celebrating your success if you come and join us in the group. And Adam, how can they join the group? Can you explain that really quickly?
So guys, it's pretty simple. You're just gonna click the link below and you will be able to join the group. There will be a few questions to ask and we will welcome you inside. So when you get inside, you'll see all the good stuff there. You'll see welcome post, you'll see free trainings, and you will see all the things that are gonna get you straight to the results, how it got this guy to get these results. Book these calls, make the sales, and celebrate with us.